Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to talk about two of the cars that don't run on gas. One of them that actually works, the other one that doesn't, apparently. But both of them have actually wheels that will go around and around. So we're going to look at Tesla and Nikola. Now, I know that some of the things that I say here about Nikola will have some of you clutching your pearls. I get that. I apologize for that. I urge you to find help. You're not going to find it here. Nikola's a fraud. It's Theranos without the drops of blood. Tesla, on the other hand, is not a fraud. Their cars actually work. As you know, I have issues with the company and this and that. Not with the stock, though. Not at all. So let's look at the two. So Nikola has been, the poster child for fast trading, throw caution to the winds, risk. What risk? That's a board game. There's no such thing as risk in the market. Stocks just always go up. And so we've seen this with Nikola. However, since this day, this was last Tuesday, the stock fell, again, from like Tuesday's close, the stock fell like 32 down to 32 bucks, about 32% or so, and then ultimately almost 40%. It fell just in a few days. So today it comes out that this Hindenburg research, they posted an article, and you hopefully you've seen it. If you trade in this stock, you darn well better read every bit of it. Basically, that the company's a fraud. They towed one of their trucks up to the top of a hill, put it into neutral, and then let it coast down the hill while videotaping, and said that it was powering itself. Now, I can't hardly think of a better way to commit fraud than that. I think there's a few of them. If you want to Google Gina Champion Kane Ponzi, you can find the latest really clever Ponzi scheme that's going to wind up putting people in jail. That'll be a hoot for you. I know some of those people. They're not my friends. But with this one, this is a Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's just a fraud based on BS. I mean, the only thing that this thing runs on is literally bull feces. So the fact that this was released this morning, and the stock at one point, I think, was down over 10%, but then it closed higher. Here's what you need to understand. This is not like, oh, somebody knows something. Oh, I got to get in on that. Somebody knows something. I got to buy. No. If you're buying, you are either short covering or you're a fool. I mean, if you have any belief in this stock could stay above 30 for a while. It could stay above 30 till the end of the year. I don't know. I just know that stocks are unavailable to borrow. If you want to short Nikola, you basically have to buy puts or sell calls, and the implied volatility is literally in outer space. So this is a stock that I think you got to avoid at all costs. I've told you the story on the company itself. Now I'm just talking about the stocks, and for all I know, this Hindenburg research faked everything themselves. That's the fake story, and this guy, I forget his name, I'll read about it when he's in an orange jumpsuit. He could be totally telling the truth on all of this stuff, so I don't know and don't purport to know. I'm just telling you this. There's a huge difference between the fortunes of the company and what the stock is doing, and you need to understand that. Your desire does not entitle you to different facts, and so I think the company is really in trouble. The stock, however, is not, and the reason it's not is because there are a ton of what I call built-in buyers for the stock. They have to buy the stock because they are short. And if they've recently shorted, then they're looking at each other going like, crap, I want to buy before this guy does. Is anybody buying? Because I'm hoping the stock goes down so I can cover lower. Crap, I got to buy this stock and get out of my short. That's the kind of dynamic you're going to see in this stuff. It happens all the time. That's the kind of dynamic that's caused Tesla's market cap to skyrocket. It just has. So speaking of which, I was really surprised that Tesla wasn't up much more. I mean, it's up 14%, but like 7 points of that is after hours. So, and I don't know why the stock's up after hours. It's probably due to an upgrade or something, or maybe it's just people are still buying. But at this, I won't say Tesla's a screaming buy here because it's not. It's a little bit late in this. I think if you wanted to be aggressive on Tesla, like this would have been where you're in with a stop. You know, you could get in with a stop that's a little under 10%. Now Tesla's really off to the races, but my bet is that it is likely to touch 500 before it touches 400. I could be wrong, but that's the way I'm playing it. So I think Nikla's issues have a huge positive impact for Tesla, and I'm looking for the stock to continue higher. And also remember that they've got the whole battery day reveal on the 22nd, where they're supposed to be revealing the million-mile battery. Now, if it turns out that they announce that they're developing a million-mile battery with Trevor Milton, then you're probably not going to want to buy this stock. But I think the stock probably just continues to rise into that event next week. I just don't think anybody would be selling it aggressively between now and then. So I think there's your trade. You know, you're in on Tesla. You're not in on Nkla unless you're doing a day trade. So that's it. Members, I have several new stocks for you to buy, like first thing tomorrow morning. At the end of the week, didn't really have anything for you. I told you that could change at any time. It's changed. Okay, so definitely watch the strategy session. Absolutely take notes with price alerts, entries, and stops. Okay, and if you haven't joined SMM, you have a chance right now to rectify that omission and that sin. You know, okay, wash your hands of the lack of knowledge that you have right now. Get on our team and start working with us to improve your fortunes as well as the fortunes of all of our other members, because we're working together to make some dough.